This video is about refilling your spools for our X1E bamboo 3D printer. So at the moment, one of our spools is completely empty and we need to refill it. And I would like to show you the whole process, how it's done, how you properly refill a spool for the 3D printer. So first of all, here on the table, you can see your personal protective equipment. You can see the spool and the box with the refill. Specifically in this case, we're talking about the gray PLA and some tools that we will need to open the box. Shall we get started? So if we look at the box, we can see that there is this seal, and the only thing that is required from us on this stage is to simply take our box cutter and we've got to open it. We've got to cut the seal, and remember the basic rule is to cut the seal and cut the box away from yourself. Just like so, nice and easy. Now we can put it back and we can take our personal protective equipment, or in this case gloves, off, put them somewhere where we can find them later, and now the unboxing part. It's very exciting. So what we are presented with is the new refill, and I would like to stress that this is called a spool, and this is what you see here, a refill. Well, this can be called a spool or a reel. It doesn't matter, but what matters is that refill doesn't come with the refillable spool. So it is important to keep track of those and take care of them. Here on the box, we have a manual, a quick manual of what needs to be done, and I'm going to go through all the stages. And what I suggest is to take out the refill out of the box, check that the inside is clean. You can put it here like so, and you put it here in front of you so you can always see the manual, those 4 important steps that you have here in front of you, so you don't get lost. Right. So with this spool, I would like to bring your attention to one thing, and this is the cardboard that is present inside. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this spool is actually it's been in use. It's been already refilled multiple times, so it already has a tag. This tag, it can be found inside here, inside of your refill. In this case, it is the exact same refill, so we don't really need a tag. Again, so you're not confused, if you look at the box, it says that here the plastic strip is going to be, this plastic sticker is going to be inside. Right, so what we need to do, we need to take this spool and we need to rotate it counterclockwise. So I'll just show you it once again. So if you focus on this sticker, I rotate it until it stops, and I can freely take it out. So nothing too complicated. You can see that the mechanism inside, well, if you can call it this way, it's very simple. Yet it is very effective, which I'm very fond of. Here, nothing too complicated. So what this cardboard profile has, it has those NFC near field communication tags, and they essentially have the information regarding what material is present. And this is how the Bamboo printer knows automatically that you've inserted the official material into it. Right, this is something that is just a throwaway item. So essentially the strip itself should be deattached and should be disposed of as a general waste. Or alternatively, you can also use electrical and electronics equipment. Sorry. And the cardboard is recyclable. Again, we can put this aside. And here, this is where we just completed the step 1, twist apart the spool. Now we can open our refill. I would like to know that it comes packaged, it comes vacuum sealed, which means that when we open it, we should be taking a note when it was opened and what is the life expectancy, what is the expiry date of this specific material. Again, this is basic PLA, nothing too complicated, but I'm mentioning this in case this is going to be something, let's put it this way, exotic. Right. So here I have a pair of scissors. I will open the refill. Okay, it all comes out nicely. Here is your sticker, some silica gel. Again, this is general waste. I think we can put it here, PLA. All right, let's put the waste aside. And here we can now advance to the next step, which says align the tiny block with the cardboard notch. This is very interesting because on this cardboard, because it's empty, it's quite easy to show you that there is this notch. And notice that it is only present on one side, which effectively makes it impossible to have a wrong orientation here, which is very nice. Again, very simple, yet it is very elegant solution. Here, same thing. If you can see, yes, there is this notch, and on our spool we see the notch as well. So this notch, again, we simply follow the instructions, we align it, we align the notch with the cardboard So we align the hole in the cardboard, like cut out on the cardboard with a notch. That's it. I've just did that. Now we advance to the next step, which is going to be connect the two parts and rotate until you hear a click. So basically what's going to be happening is that we're going to be assembling this in reverse, in relation to what I was showing you at the start of the video. Nothing too complicated. Again, you just put this back. So you can see that here there are some like those internal notches. You should align them with the space that you can see here, and then you can simply drop it there, and it will align itself. So it just finally nested, and now I need to rotate it until I hear a click. I've heard a click. Hopefully it was also recorded, but I did hear it. I can check it, and I'm checking. It's holding quite nicely, and we can commence to the final step. Remove the plastic strips and apply the sticker. As I mentioned before, here in our case we have this spool was already refilled multiple times with the exact same material, which is PLA basic. It's just the color that can be different. It doesn't matter. In our case, this is not applicable. However, yes, if you use something different, play around with the sticker and other bits and bobs. But most importantly, and I would like to stress it here, is make sure that the previous step, you've heard the click, you check that the spool is aligned properly and it actually locked. The reason being that the step, the final step, as it says, remove the plastic strips. Those plastic strips, they serve as well, they do not necessarily compress the material, but so the material comes compressed from a factory, and this seal helps to keep it together. And when you are going to release it, the material is going to expand a little bit. I mean, not the material itself, but the filament, the lines, they're going to expand and occupy a bit more space. Why this is important is because if your spool was not correctly locked, it will take a lot of effort to squeeze it with such force that you can overcome the material and make it compressed again. It will take a lot of force, and that's going to be a lot of pain to do. So please make sure that you take the sticker out only when everything is checked. So in my case, again, I'm checking it once more. Everything is fine, and now I can remove the seal. And I would like to notice, sorry, it's just a bit funny that it also says on the stickers themselves that please do not remove before assembly, right? Please do not remove before assembling. Yes, this is what it says here, and it says it here for a reason. For a reason that you can go out of your way or out of the way of manufacturer and defy the rules, but that is strongly advised against. Right. So the seal is now removed. The only thing that is left is, as you can see, you have this factory bend, factory twist. So what you can do, you can either untwist it in the opposite direction, it's gonna break. So like so, or basically I'm twisting it, it doesn't really matter. This PLA, like this small piece of PLA, it goes into our cardboard recycling box, which is besides the printer. It is to the left of the printer, because this is PLA recyclable. And now you have your 3D printing spool. You refilled your spool, and it is ready to be put into the printer and to be used.